I just finished watching Meet the Press Daily with Chuck Todd. Eugene Robinson was on as a guest, and they were discussing um, the Supreme Court hearings or questioning of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. And they were discussing the lines of questions that she had to deal with, and why other nominees for the Supreme Court didn't have to go through the same torture. And people tell me I'm too serious, but this was hilarious because you had a woman whose credentials were impeccable, and you're sitting here and you listen to Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is going to talk to somebody about child pornography, and here's a grown man who on several occasions has come into the chamber reading Dr. Zeus. And he's going to ask this woman about child pornography, and every time you turn around here, he is reading kitty books and to an audience of grown, educated people. There's something wrong with that picture, but I guess other people don't see it that way. So they kicked that around for a minute, and I sat and watched Miss Brown. She took it like a champ. She didn't lose her composure. But it's strange how they talk about this. There's no racism in America, but on every chance they get, they try and let minority folk know who they should choose or who they should accept as their representatives. It's weird. It's like now we're sitting here and we have to deal with the Honorable Clarence Thomas, whose wife has been implicated in one, chartering buses for the January 6th insurrection. And on the same news segment, they're talking about her sending text messages in regards to trying to overthrow the election. So here we have Uncle Thomas, I'm sorry, Justice Thomas, whose wife is trying to assist in overthrowing the government. And we're supposed to accept him as being eligible to sit on the highest court in the world. But this woman, who has impeccable credentials, isn't fit to sit on the court. And as I said, it is so funny that they're trying to tell us that this guy is a great juror or a great justice, but she's not in the same category. That's like you trying to tell me that Jimmy J.J. Walker is in the same category as Denzel Washington. I don't think there are many people of color or minorities in this country that will consider those two to be on equal ground. That's just weird. And now you're going to sit here and trying to tell us that we should accept this as being the norm. It's just not possible. Why are there no Asian people on the court? Why are there no Native Americans on the court? And then when we finally get somebody on the court, they're going to replace Thurgood Marshall with Clarence Thomas, and everybody's supposed to say, well, that was a good move. And here again, we have this young lady sitting there, and she has to sit here and be ridiculed and goaded into trying to act other than herself for hours, for days, and back and forth with this child pornography thing and what she did several years ago in this case without no record of the hearings. If she had sat there and said, well, I was a young woman at the time, and it was my first time being a judge, and after a hard day at work, I would like to go out with my friends and have a beer. Well, Senator Cruz, Uh, you like beer? I like beer. What kind of beer you drink? I like Gross myself. Every now and then I have a Heineken. What kind of beer you drink, Mr. Cruz? They would have been upset. But somebody else did the same thing. I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody else did the same thing. But if that woman that did that, boy, it would have been a hot time in the old town tonight. And you can bet on that.